do, Keys?
Hey.
Hey,
Listen,
hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey,
I
hey,
just want to
hey.
say that, this is going to be a good episode. Last time, if
Is it
y'all
gonna be a good
watched,
episode?
yeah, if y'all
I
watched
don't know,
last
man.
Friday's episode,
I
I
don't
want to
know.
apologize to y'all because, I wasn't feeling away. I wasn't feeling too hot.
You
as
weren't
y'all
feeling
can
too
tell.
hot?
Nah, I wasn't feeling too hot last Friday.
Why? I
But,
mean, why weren't you feeling too hot? I mean, what
I
was
had some
going
stuff
on?
going on.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
had some
Well,
stuff going on.
it is what it is. You know.
But anyway, thanks so much for listening. If you are listening, if you are watching us, thank you for watching us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also,
Yes,
make sure
please
you
do.
like and
Please
comment
do.
and share. Sharing is caring. Share
Sharing
with
is
5
caring.
people, and those 5 people can share with 5 other people. If you don't like it, move on to the next one. And we got somebody that do. Anywho. So last Friday we was talking about cheating, and like I said, I didn't really get to chime in the way I wanted to chime in because Uni was going in. If y'all watched
I was going in. Please believe it.
I couldn't even defend us ladies. I just couldn't. I wasn't there.
Well, it really wasn't nothing to defend.
It was some stuff to
I was
defend.
speaking nothing but truth over here.
Yeah, but it was some stuff that I needed to defend. I needed to be there for the ladies, and I just wasn't. I feel like I feel like I let the ladies down a little bit.
So I mean, are you
you're not
speaking
finna
as
go
if
in.
I said something disrespectful or something to the ladies?
Listen, I mean, you was just you like took advantage of that. You was going in on everything, and I missed everything. I did. So let's jump on into it. So sad, my. Okay.
So sad.
Anyway, I didn't get to say how I felt about cheating. Like, I was just kind of there. You know what I'm saying? If y'all watched it, like, y'all knew I was just like, I was there. Just there.
Had you stunned? Just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
boom.
like I was taking punches left and right, but I wasn't even moving.
Wait,
I
hold
wasn't
on.
even
No,
responding.
you
I
weren't
was taking
punches.
I was taking punches.
No, I didn't say anything disrespectful. It was nothing but truth on that episode. If y'all haven't seen part 1, because this is part 2. If y'all haven't seen part 1, go back and watch part 2, and y'all tell me if I was being disrespectful or throwing punches.
It's not the point that you was being disrespectful. You was saying so much stuff, and I just wasn't there. I wasn't in a good headspace. I didn't feel good that day.
You didn't feel good that day. Okay.
I didn't, because honestly, I don't feel like anybody should be cheating in a relationship, no matter what is going on.
No
matter what's going on.
I never said you should. When did I say you should?
But you were saying some stuff.
I was saying that there are some relationships that are okay with another person, with their significant other being with the opposite sex sexually.
That's not okay.
And then at that point,
it's not a contract. You don't have a contract when you're in a relationship.
What I'm saying is, it's a part of an agreement. Are you going to sit there and say...
You don't have an agreement. Like,
how you going to sit there and say people don't have agreements?
Why would you be in a relationship if you're going to have that type of agreement?
What do you mean? Every relationship, there are agreements. Like, for instance, like if I was in a relationship with you, and you didn't like your man to be out past, let's say, 3 a.m. when he goes out.
Yeah, but we talking about cheating.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. We're talking about agreements. Within every relationship, there are agreements. There's things that y'all agree upon. Like, okay, this is okay. This is not okay.
Standards.
This is okay. This is not okay. And that's all I'm saying. There are relationships out there where the woman...
Listen.
Is actually like, it is okay if you go and be with another woman. Just don't bring that stuff back home.
Those are poly. No, there's relationships, poly relationships, where they have more than one person in that relationship.
It's not just poly.
So you telling me there's people out here, y'all get in the comments and tell me, because maybe I'm just clueless and I'm just not around it. There's people out here who have agreements.
Mm-hmm.
There's people out here that have agreements that they can just, they man can go out and sleep whatever who he wants to, and then he can come back home. Are you telling me that?
Yes. There are
Then they not
relationships
in a
like
real
that.
relationship.
See, you can't do
They
that.
in a situationship.
You
Because
can't do that.
somebody's benefiting off of somebody.
Keish,
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not going to sit
That's
here
what I'm
and
thinking.
allow you to say that those people are not
You're not
in real
allowing me to do
relationships.
anything. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
Because
Sir?
I'm going to defend those people, and I'm going to say
All I'm saying is
just because it doesn't abide by your rules as far as the relationship is concerned, you can't say that all the other relationships aren't true or real relationships. That's not right. You can't.
All I'm saying, because it's probably a situationship, and I think that we had a conversation. We had actually did one of a podcast on situationship, relationship, and you know the different types of relationship. And if they are in one of those relationships where the man or the woman is allowing whomever to just sleep with whoever they want to and then come home, they are definitely in a situationship because the other person is definitely getting something out of it. There's no way. Well, let me say, I would never.
Okay,
ever
now we talking. Let's start talking
I would
like
never
what
allow,
you would do instead
I
of
would
what
never,
everybody is doing.
I don't.
That's what
I'm
we should
saying
do.
no. What I'm telling you is I don't see it because in a relationship, let's say a monogamous relationship, I don't see where it's an agreement.
We're not talking about that.
We talking about cheating in a relationship. So if they have an agreement, if they have a situationship, and they allowing their person. At that point. Exactly.
Right.
They have a situationship and they have
let's
an
at
agreement.
Least acknowledge. But let's at least
it's
acknowledge.
It's a situationship. It's not a relationship.
It is a relationship, sweetheart.
No, it's not. It's a situationship.
Any interaction between man and women, a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman. If you seeing them and talking to them and communicating with them on a regular basis, y'all are in a relationship. It's a specific type of relationships. You have a relationship. You have employee. You have boss and employee relationship. You have work relationships. You have father-daughter relationships. You have
not talking about
friendship relationships. All I'm saying is you can't say it's not a relationship.
Listen,
that's all I'm saying.
It's a situationship. That's the relationship. No. It's a situationship.
No. If you're going to call that a situationship, then every relationship is a situationship.
No, it's not.
Okay. We just have to agree to disagree.
Let's agree to disagree.
I see you just coming at me this episode. Maybe because of those comments, you know, you didn't like those comments. Folks was agreeing with me actually.
I don't think people were actually agreeing with you.
They was agreeing with me.
Honestly, there was a few comments that I did want to dive into because I believe somebody was saying something like, let me just pull it up because I don't want to be incorrect when I say it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I want to see what they said and try to, let's see. Okay, so somebody posted, I know life is hard. Loyalty is true. Why not stay in it? Oh, girl doesn't get it. So I guess I'm oh, girl. Hey, how you doing? I'm oh, girl. But loyalty is true to a point, right? Mm-hmm. But I believe what we was talking about when it was talking about cheating or a man going elsewhere, it's like you said something like they could be benefiting by the person staying or something like that in the short that they watched. But why would you stay in something knowing somebody else is out cheating on you? So
have you not done that before?
No.
Are you sure?
I've not stayed in something.
You haven't stayed knowing that the person you was with was out cheating on you before?
I wasn't benefiting from it.
No.
I think that's what she was talking about.
Yeah, but your question was why stay?
Why stay if and only if you benefiting from it? I wasn't benefiting from it. I was staying for a totally different reason. But
everybody has their reasons for staying.
Cheating. I didn't know he was cheating.
And the point I'm trying to make is everybody has their own personal individual reasons for staying in a particular situation.
What, because they being financially funded?
No. I don't know what that particular situation is. But what I'm saying is just because you do not agree with it, or you do not understand why a particular person is doing something, that does not mean that it's wrong. That does not mean that it's not
all
right.
I'm saying is people are selling themselves short. I was one of them when I stayed in
We've
a
all
relationship.
been at some point in time.
And I knew the person was cheating. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you getting your coins while you know, or that person is doing everything for you in the household, and that's your only reason for staying because you know they cheating, then you selling yourself short, because you can go out and make it on your own. Can you not?
Yes, you can. But let me say this. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but there are some women out there that are with men that have a lot of money.
Right.
And they know that their man is out there with, messing around with other women. And they're staying in that relationship because they are content with it. They are okay with it. Now, listen, they might not be 100% okay with it, right? But maybe some of them are, because of the benefits that they're receiving. And that is enough for them. There are some women out there that's like, hey, I don't have to work. I don't have to lift my fingers because we got a maid that's cleaning up. We have a nanny that's helping me with the extra stuff pertaining to the kids. I get to stay home and be around my kids on a regular basis, day in and day out. I can go shopping when I want to go shopping. Some women are okay with that particular setup. And you can't say that is wrong or a situationship because you don't agree with it.
If that is the case, Uni, then I'm going to assume that they've had a conversation and he's told her that he likes multiple women, right?
Maybe not.
And
maybe not.
And at that point, she's like, okay, maybe it's a self-esteem issue where she feels like I can't do better.
No.
Or maybe I said maybe. Or maybe she's like, I just don't care. Like you said, I'm getting what I'm getting out of it.
Or maybe she's okay with it. Why can't she just be okay with it?
Because if she's okay with it, that means she out there cheating too.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it do.
No, it doesn't.
She out there. Yes, it does. There's different type of cheating. There's a physical cheating. There's emotional cheating. So she could be getting her emotional part that he's not giving her. So she could be cheating too.
I agree with you.
Which is why she is okay with it.
Listen, I can agree with could be, but I'm not going to agree with she is out there doing it. I can't agree with that because we don't know.
Could be. Did I change it to could be?
Yeah. You changed it to could be. At first you said that means she's out. She's out there cheating. Like, no, you can't say that.
If I changed it to could be, then why are we still on what I said at first?
Because I don't want you to
he or she. It doesn't have to. I mean, it could go vice versa.
It could be vice versa. Right.
It could be vice versa.
The only thing I'm trying to prevent from happening is you, downplaying the people who are actually in those relationships that are okay with it. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
If you are one of those people that are okay with that, then we not talking to you.
Why not?
Point blank, period.
No, they're a part of this conversation.
Well, they can be a part of it, but I'm not directing it towards them, is what I'm saying.
Who are you directing it towards them?
We having a conversation.
Okay.
That's it. That's what a conversation is. It's back and forth.
Yeah, it is a back and forth.
I don't have to specifically be talking about this person or that person. To be honest with you, I go off of personal experiences.
Okay.
I've cheated and I've been cheated on.
Okay. So let's keep it just
with like everybody else.
My beliefs. And let's not say that just because you don't agree with my beliefs that it's a situationship or you downplay what they got.
I believe it's a situationship.
Okay. Well, let's say that then. Don't just say
I believe
it's a situation.
Okay. Well, I mean, right. If you can't read in between the lines, then
if
you can't read in between the lines,
I'm going off what you're saying. You want to throw shots? You want to come at me this episode?
Yeah,
because it's part 2. I'm not going to just sit over here and let you say what you say, and I'm going to defend myself. You know, I'm going to defend myself.
Listen, but I'm not coming at you and everything. What I want everybody to understand.
Y'all see the energy different, right? Hold on, I'm taking it.
What I want everybody.
Y'all see Y'all see how she coming at me?
Can you
Y'all
all give
see?
it to me? Give it to
Huh?
me real quick.
Man,
Because I
man.
wanna let me just say this. Let me just talk to the people real quick. So a lot of y'all, and I'm gonna say this in this episode, and I'm probably gonna say it in a lot of episodes. A lot of y'all be coming for me when I be talking and understand this is
Yeah, they
just the
do
way
come
that
for
I
you.
talk.
Yeah.
This is just the way that I talk. I'm not downplaying anything. I'm going off of personal experiences. And when you guys watch the shorts, I just want you to know that it's catching moments that we are really deep into the conversation, right?
Mhm.
So you have to go back and you have to watch the full episode in order for you to grasp what I'm saying. Because a lot of the time it do look like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just this female that wants a man to just do everything and wants me to, give me flowers and all of that stuff, which I'll be seeing. But that's not who I am. You can let them know seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'll
that
let 'em.
type
Yeah,
of female. I'm
she's
not. I
that.
really am. I'm
She's
not.
She's not that type of female. But I
just
am
be
gonna.
talking about, I be giving examples and talking about personal experiences. So when y'all
Mhm.
hear me say things on the shorts, just know I am talking about personal experiences and I'm giving examples. Learn
Right.
to differentiate that.
Differentiate.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of coming
Yeah.
at me like I'm just this,
They're gonna come at you
woman.
regardless. Listen, like that one dude, like for some reason they keep coming after you because of your eyes. They have comments to make on it. And that's I hate to say it, but unfortunately, because of your beauty, they're going to come after you. You see, they don't come after me. Ain't no beauty over here.
You look
know what I
good,
mean?
you look good.
If anything,
But-
they're on my side because,
But I'm
you're
just saying, it's just
not.
like it's. I get it. I get it. I really do. But like trolling behind a computer, troll all you want to. It's okay. It's fine.
It's not going to
But
stop.
Everything that me and you need, this is why we made this podcast. I'm getting off of it a little bit of cheating because I just want to just divulge in this real quick.
Mhm.
We started this podcast, hence the name Talk to Me Truthfully, because we want you guys to know that a man and a woman can literally sit down and have a conversation about anything. Am I right, Uni?
Truthfully. Yeah, that was the whole point of this. Yeah.
And we try to push out or deliver our personal experiences in this podcast because some of y'all are embarrassed or ashamed to admit what you have gone through and you don't want to talk about it for whatever reason because you don't think that other people will understand. But guess what? You're not the only people
went through it.
Or have went through it.
Yeah.
There are millions of people out here who are going through things every day. And just because they walk outside the door and they got a smile on their face, you don't know what they're going through behind closed doors.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
And a part of this episode, I am going to use personal experiences. This is why we have a part 2 and probably going to have a part 3, because like I said, I've been a cheater. I've cheated and I've been cheated on. Neither one of those things was right. On to receive the cheating end and to be the cheater. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to understand that what we talk about is not a personal attack against anybody, what your beliefs are and what your religion are. If you think it's wrong, please speak out and say it because I want to know. I don't know other cultures and how they deal with cheating. I just don't because I'm here and I'm dealing with me and what's going on, But I did just want to, put that out there so y'all can get a better understand of who Lakey really is. Like, I will help anybody in any situation when it comes to if you've been cheated on, if you frustrated, if you had mental health issues, anything. Y'all can get in the comments. Y'all can ask questions. Like, but don't come for me just because you hear like a short piece of what we're talking about.
And that's why earlier I was saying what I was saying. I was like, make sure you don't put other people's stuff down by saying that, oh, well, if they don't do this, then they got to be doing no.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because we really don't know what other people are doing and how other people feel. But we did, just to piggyback off what you said, we did start this podcast so we can hold conversations and give an example of a man and a woman holding a conversation, difficult conversations to have. And and so people can see and hear that interaction, because you'll be surprised how many people don't have somebody that they can just really talk to like that, you know?
Exactly.
And so by presenting an example, then maybe it's like, oh, well, you know what? If they can do that, like who do I have in my life that I could do that? That's the opposite
Exactly.
sex now.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, same sex, everybody has that, right? Some people don't, but for the most part, you have one of your homegirls or you have one of your homeboys. You know, as men, we have one of our homeboys. As women, you have one of your homegirls that you can have a conversation with. But not everybody has the opposite sex that they can talk to and be truthful with, you know?
Exactly.
So that's what this is. And we try to keep it as, I guess, for lack of a better word or phrase, politically correct, because we don't want to step on nobody's toes. We don't want to touch religion and culture and all that. But, well, I guess some of it is culture, but we don't want to step on nobody's toes. And we're not coming off as experts in this particular field. All we're doing is speaking about our personal experiences. And between the two of us, we have over 80 plus years of experience on this earth. We don't have degrees and all this stuff in that particular field, but you know what? Life experience, yeah. We're qualified to talk about what we're talking about. We're qualified to talk about what we're talking about. Like I said, we have over 80 years experience between the two of us dealing with relationships. So whether you listen to what we're saying or not, or believe in what we're saying or not, that's up to you. But we're speaking about our personal experiences, and hopefully you can relate to what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's the whole point. We want to be able to reach at least, even if it's just one person, you know, who feel like they don't have anybody to talk to. It's really easy to feel that way. It's really easy to feel like you don't have anybody to talk to. But we just displaying that.
Yeah.
That's all
that's
we doing.
what it is.
That's all we doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And now back to what you were saying about this. Listen, I'm going to tell you, okay? There are women out there that are okay with their man sleeping with another woman because of the life that man has provided for her.
For them.
And that's all I'm saying.
And I've yet to meet one of those women. That's all I'm saying. I've yet to meet one of those women. You know, when I think about cheating and doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing, right? I feel like that other person is just being sneaky and vindictive. I can't even say the word, vindictive. Because they're going out and they're doing this behind their person's back. And then they're coming home and they're bringing whatever they did with the other person in to their relationship, believe it or not. Because you're going to end up sleeping with the person you with, right?
Well, I mean,
So
that's
you have
why
sex outside the home, and then you come in the home and you transfer energy, but we don't want to do that.
Well, that's why a lot of people don't agree with cheating. And I don't agree with cheating. But the why, and I'm going to always say this, the why people cheat is what is important, is top priority, because cheating is never going to stop if we don't get down to the why it even happens. Like if we don't want to focus on the why and we just want to talk about the fact that it shouldn't be happening, it ain't going to never be fixed. It ain't going to never be corrected. And that's the hard conversation to have. The why. Because I could sit here and I could tell you all the reasons why men do it. And a woman or you could be like, well, nah, he shouldn't be doing it because of that. How can you say that? When it is a real reason why he does it.
So what would be the top 3 reasons why a man would cheat?
Top 3 is really hard to put it at top 3 because I think each individual male has their reasons for why they do what they do. But let me say this. and this is for the ladies, and I'm gonna take the screen, Keish.
Okay.
Ladies, if you have a man that you know is not cheating on you, that you know has been faithful, and do you really, really know? No, not really. But you just feel in your heart, and you can feel the energy that, you know what, my man isn't out there like that. All I'm saying is, let him know that you acknowledge the fact that he's not doing it. Let him know that you realize that he is putting in that work to maintain that loyalty towards you. Reward him by giving him things that I would say the average man isn't receiving. Go a little bit above and beyond in certain areas just to let him know that you appreciate the fact that he's keeping his penis in his pants. All I'm saying is that would help towards him continuing that process. That's all I'm saying.
And are you back? Are we back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay,
Yeah, we back.
And I agree with you. I believe that if a woman can let her man know that she appreciates that he's not out doing what maybe the average man would do, is cheat. And that going above and beyond, there are certain things that you can do to keep your man at home. Okay?
Yeah.
It just is.
We could have an episode on that.
Yeah. There are several things you can do to let him know that you appreciate him. You may not even have to tell him, but just by the acts that you do, he's going to know that you appreciate him. You know?
Yeah.
And it's vice versa with a man, and a man letting a woman know that he appreciates her as well.
Yeah.
So everything is
Yeah.
It can go both ways, basically.
Everything we say can go both ways. So please don't take it as, because you know how you get in those conversations where you be like, well, you know, men got to go through this. And then as soon as they hear that, it's like, well, women got to go through it too.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Nobody said women didn't have to go through it. I was just saying what men had to do.
It's not a battle of the sexes at that point.
Like,
it's not a battle of the sexes.
Why do y'all do that? I don't know.
Because it sounds because when we talking to a man and the man be going out saying all kind of stuff like that, then it becomes one-sided. That's what we hear. You know what I mean? And it's like we hear it and it triggers something like, I don't know. I got to come back with, well,
I don't know why that triggers that. I mean, as men, we got to speak from our perspective. So it is going to be one-sided. We're not going to be over here talking about a woman's feelings on this because we're not a woman. So,
but you know what that stems from? People not knowing how to communicate.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what it stems from, because it's like we could be talking and then I heard a trigger word or a trigger phrase, and it's like
cheating. Like
cheating.
And like cheating.
What? So we got to learn how to listen when we having conversations that especially are uncomfortable for some people.
Yeah.
You have to know how to listen with that.
Got to. And they can be some very uncomfortable conversations for sure.
Yeah, but when they get the conversations and the communications down to a T, then they become less uncomfortable.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
But cheating is not good, especially if the other person has told you in the beginning that that's something that hurt them. And then you act like you receive it. But then when you get in like a relationship, all of the stuff that they told you before went out the window and you start cheating. You know what I mean? Like that really burns me up, because I was open enough to tell you what hurt me in my previous relationships. And then for you to go out and do it, like, it's crazy.
Well, I guess that goes back to what I talked about in part one, where I said that, there are cases where a man just simply falls short.
Fall short. What you mean?
Fall short. He just simply falls short. Like he's been batting 100 for years. He's been batting 100% for years. You know, he's been with this woman. Let's say they've been together for 5 years. 4 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks. He's been 100% faithful. Listen.
Because
just hear
why
me
would
out.
you have to go?
No, just
go
hear
ahead,
me out.
Uni. Go ahead.
For 4 years, 11 months, and 2 weeks, he's been 100% faithful, and then he slips up. And I'm not justifying it. Let me make that clear. I am not saying that it is right. Okay?
It's the...
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is he slips up.
There is no slip up.
And at that, see? So we have to be perfect. We have to be flawless in that area.
Nobody's perfect.
So it's a lose-lose.
Don't do that. Nobody's perfect. But if you chose to be in a monogamous relationship with a woman or with a man, that is a deal breaker because
I didn't say it wasn't. I was just saying that the man slips up.
That you are going to be with that one person. If there is an issue with you not being able to be faithful, or you feel like there is something that you have to try or test, you need to have a conversation with that person, because going out and just doing it and then trying to just keep it from them is not going to work. Because what's done in the dark is what brought to light, right?
Yeah.
And karma's a bitch.
Has it ever crossed your mind that maybe some of these times that men have cheated on women, it wasn't premeditated?
It don't have to be premeditated.
But I'm just saying.
It don't.
Okay, so what I'm saying is,
and if you do it, you should be man enough to speak up. And if she do it, she need to be woman enough. It's called accountability. Whether you lose that relationship or not, you knew what you was getting into when you did it.
I agree. But see, once again, I'm over here speaking about something that is the why.
Go ahead.
You see, I'm speaking about the why, but you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. You want to go to what he should be doing, shouldn't be doing,
What they both should be doing.
What they both should be doing. I'm trying to talk about the why right now.
It.
I did.
Sir.
What I'm saying
is...
It's always
a why. It's always the why factor. Well, when you get done cheating, you're going to come home and then she's going to say, well, why you do it? And they're going to sit there and just look silly.
Well, you know why?
They ain't going to have no why.
You know, because it goes back to what I was just talking about. Sometimes when men go out there and cheat on their woman, it's not premeditated. They was caught in the moment. They was vulnerable at that time.
Because you was caught in the moment and you was vulnerable.
But that's what I'm saying. But in his mind, he's not over here thinking, I'm going to go out and cheat on my woman today. You know, so I'm just saying, listen, I'm not speaking for all men. I'm saying there are some men out there where the discipline is so low that when they do step out, they don't have the discipline to not allow a woman to pretty much take that loyalty that he has for his woman away. Like if, and it depends on the man. I don't want to really go harp back into discipline because I spoke a lot about it in part 1. But again, there are some men out there. If you're a woman and you're with a man that doesn't have discipline, and I hate to put my fellas out here like this, but this is Talk to Me Truthfully. If your man doesn't have discipline, and I'm talking about overall discipline, he's not going to be a man that isn't disciplined in a whole bunch of areas, but then be disciplined in the sexual area or the loyalty area. It's just not going to happen because it takes extra discipline. It takes extra practice, extra focus on the sexual part because it's a natural thing. And so because of that, whether or not your man is capable of cheating on you. Well, let me put it this way. All men are capable of doing it, just like all women are capable of doing
Everybody's
it, right?
capable of cheating, yeah.
But
absolutely.
You have an idea on whether or not your man can withstand from doing it, right? Because of his discipline. like, I have a disciplined male here. Or the
Mhm.
man, like, I have a very disciplined woman.
Mhm.
I know her. She's not going to allow certain things to happen, regardless on what is said, what is done. You just know. And you know that because of her actions on a daily basis in a whole bunch of different areas of her life. She's disciplined in this area, this area, this area, this area. So you feel pretty comfortable about her being disciplined in the sexual area. And it goes both ways. So if you with a man and you over here like, man, this dude ain't disciplined at all, then yeah, you're going to kind of feel some type of way if your man goes to a party and it's like a 7-to-1 ratio at that party. It's a house party. You're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable with your man being around all those women, because in your mind and heart, you're like, man, my man isn't all that disciplined. One of these women could possibly get him to do something he don't need to be doing.
If another woman can get your man, then he probably really ain't even your man. How you feel?
I mean, are we ever somebody's man? When you think of, look, I'm gonna tell you something.
If y'all in a relationship, so
real man. Yeah, real men do real things. And one of those real things that real men do is they do what they want to do. And I hate to say it that way. Right.
It's supposed to do what they want.
Exactly. So when a man is doing these things, he's not doing it because his woman is forcing him to do it or because his woman wants him to do it. He's doing it because he's choosing to do that for her. You see what I'm saying? So if you're in a relationship and the man, he might actually want to do this for you. He might actually want to keep his penis in his pants for you, but his discipline isn't allowing him to. In his heart, he might actually be your man. Like like, hey, I'm with you 100%, but I don't have the discipline. A baddie or somebody with a fat or whatever or somebody with them words that can just can come around me and I lose all. There's man out there like that, unfortunately.
So a man is gonna get hard for anything that he's attracted to. That's the question.
Not all men.
Will a man?
No.
A man who is not
hard,
disciplined,
like to be ready to just go like that. Nah.
If he's attracted to her,
it depends on the individual man. Like if the man has experience, I'll put it that way. Like if the man
got experience, Uni?
Yeah, I have experience. Yeah, I've been on this earth over 40 years. I'll be 44 this year, and I've been dealing with women. I've been dealing with women sexually since preteen.
Preteen.
So
Jesus.
yeah, preteen. So yeah, I have experience. And the fact of the matter is, I can say no to a woman because I've had my share, not of women, but my share of just interacting with women in a sexual manner. You know what I mean? I've been in long relationships, but in those relationships, I've had a lot of sex within those relationships. You know what I mean? So I'm not one of those type of men that's like, oh man, I just gotta have it. Like I can go without it. I have the discipline to go without it. But there are some men that don't get that hasn't had women like that or been around women like that. So anytime a woman shows him any type of attention, he's jumping on it. He's like, he's ready. Man. He's ready to go. Like, So
does that happen more in the 20s and the 30s versus like getting up in age? Like, you know what I mean? Or does it happen like at any stage of a man's life that he's not getting it? He's just so excited that a woman is giving him that attention, and he does that. He just goes for it.
I think it stems from like experience. Like the less experience a man has, I think the more easier it is for a woman to come and get him to do something he ain't really supposed to be doing, you know.
Yeah.
But I can't really put an age on it because
Mhm.
there's some men like it because it goes into, are you the type of man that attracts women?
Mm.
Like you might not be an attractive male.
Mhm.
Your look might not be all that great, so you really don't have that much experience dealing with women. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Mhm.
so you might have went through all of your middle school, high school, college, you know, your 20s and 30s, and really didn't have no woman even trying to, you know, just
Yeah.
because of the way you look. And then now, as soon as somebody comes around and shows you some type of attention, you don't know what to do
Yeah.
with yourself. You haven't had no practice. You haven't had no training.
Right. No training is crazy.
Yeah. What, when you hear the word training?
Yeah, no training. You ain't had no training.
You ain't had no training. It's all
You ain't been
training.
trained know how to have sex
You haven't
right.
been,
Like
or
the
you haven't
amount
been
of
trained
times
on how to say no.
I had to
Like,
say no. Yeah, that's a part of
yeah,
discipline too, I guess.
yeah,
If you've not had that, that makes sense because if you've not been out there like that and you've
yeah.
not been experienced with
hmm
men, ladies, with
You're
women
gonna
or
fall
whatever,
for all the
you're gonna
tricks,
fall
and you're
for
gonna
it.
fall for it.
And
And
that's just like a woman if she's never had a man who had something or a lot of money, she
mhm,
probably can gravitate to that when he does come at her.
yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Because
And
she's not had that and she's like,
mhm.
"Ooh, I got to try it cuz maybe I can get out from where I'm at." You know
Or
what I mean?
she could just be naive because she
Or
hasn't had it. That's
naive.
why a lot of these older
Well,
men,
that's pretty much what it
and
is,
it's
naive.
unfortunate. These older men will try to get with these younger females because the females are naive.
Yes, they
They're
very
like,
naive.
and they're like, and I'm not saying all young females are naive. I'm just saying you haven't had the experience to recognize when a man is playing you or just trying to
Mm,
get something from you because you haven't been
mm,
through enough of those situations before.
exactly.
And so that's why there's a lot of men out there that prey on younger females because
Mhm.
the females that's around his age isn't
They already
falling for
know.
his BS.
Exactly.
So it's like, okay,
But
well, I can't get nobody my age because they're not going to fall for this. But let me drop down maybe 10, 15 years,
yeah.
which is kind of sick to me in a
Yeah.
way. But I think the older you get, the more the years doesn't matter. But like when you're
Right.
around, like if you're in your 20s and you're dealing with somebody in their teens, like to me, that's sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no. But if you're in your 50s and you dealing with somebody in their 30s, to me,
Yeah,
that's not
that
sick to me. It's like,
yeah, no.
that's a grown woman, that's a grown man.
Mhm.
Like, you know, the older you get, the more I guess the years can be a little, you know, and
Right.
it's not. But you know, that's a touchy topic. But I
Right.
think anybody, when it comes down to it, like if you're an older man and you only dealing with younger females, then in my opinion, depending on what your age is, you might have an issue.
Mm.
You might not be able to deal with a mature woman. And not to mention that, you know, when women get to a certain age, men aren't as attracted to that woman. You know, she loses her looks, and because we're visual
Right.
creatures, we're naturally going to be attracted to the prettier woman
Prettier
as far
woman.
as just
Yeah.
attraction is concerned. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
I don't know.
Tell us how it really is.
Man,
My
this is
goodness.
talk to me.
He
This is
just
talk to me truthfully, man.
spewing it out.
This is
You
talk to me
know?
truthfully, man.
My goodness.
I want my people to know that Uni's gonna come on here and he's gonna speak truth, even if it's something that doesn't really sound too appealing or something
Yeah.
that you don't want to hear. I'm just, you know,
You
it is
know,
what it is.
I think that because older men, like you said, they when they went, they like younger females because they're prettier, their skin is still intact, they don't have the wrinkles and stuff. So I believe that men who are older in marriages and relationships probably they may cheat maybe more than some of these younger men. Maybe. Or it could be the same.
I think it depends on the
just
woman that
because of
they're
that.
with. I
You
think it
think so?
depends on the woman that they're with. If the woman
Can
that
they
they're
really
with,
look past the looks though? Can they get past the
yeah,
looks to not cheat
yeah, that's where love
if
and
they really
discipline,
love?
love and discipline, yeah.
Yeah,
But it got to be the combination of both. It
can't
can't
just
just
have
be
one.
love. It's got to be discipline too. If discipline isn't there, it doesn't matter how much love is in the picture. If discipline isn't there, the right female can come along and get him. Not necessarily get him to leave his woman, but get him to do something he ain't supposed to be doing. That's where discipline come into play. But the love is what is going to keep him wanting to continue to display that discipline. That makes sense?
It does make sense. I think
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people when they cheat, and this is for men and women, the spouse will say that they got bored in the relationship. But when they say they've got bored in a relationship, what is it that did they try anything to make it like spicy again? Because just going out and cheating because you got bored, I don't think is a good excuse.
Well, there's never
It's
a
not.
good
There's never
excuse
a
for
good
cheating.
excuse, right?
Yeah, there's
Exactly.
never a good excuse, um, um, but it's
Because
still an excuse. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But that doesn't make it good. But um,
I feel like with me being older, I'm an older female. I'm 41, right? And I've experienced a lot of stuff. And I'm not going to sit here and blame the man on everything that happened in a relationship, right? Cheating was unacceptable. He shouldn't have did it, but whatever, it happened. I do feel like when I was younger, there is more that I could have done to prevent the cheating. And now that I am older and I'm with who I'm with, I know I know there are things that can be done to prevent him from going out
mhm.
elsewhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Do
Like
you do
keeping
you
it
do you
exciting.
care to talk about any of those things?
No, I
Is that
just
another
think that.
episode? Oh, okay. All right.
Listen, just know, honestly, there are things that a woman can do to prevent her man from not doing shit. Okay? My mom always told me he can look, but don't touch. Okay. And I
Mm-hmm.
stand behind that. You can look all you want to because a man's just naturally going to look. Okay. He see
Mm-hmm.
a fat ass walking down the street. She got a nice body. She's got a pretty face. Look all you want to look. Okay.
Yeah.
But the woman that you with, she should be fulfilling what you need at home to keep you at home.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
And see, I'm glad you said that because, you know, the average, and I'm just going, this is just my opinion on it. I would say
Mm.
the average woman is going to sit there and say, it doesn't matter whether or not I'm doing for him or not. He don't need to be
No.
out there cheating. Like, you know what I mean?
You have to do what it takes to help that man be disciplined and not going out and doing what you don't want him to do. Point blank,
Okay.
period.
See, that's some real talk right there.
Point blank, period.
From a woman, that's some real talk because you don't hear that. You don't hear that often. And I tip my hat to you on that. Even though I don't have one on.
You don't have
But
one on. Tip
yeah,
tip you.
I tip tip my headphones.
Tip
You know
your
what I mean?
headphones.
Because that's some real shit that you just spoke there. And
Mhm.
that also is you taking accountability. If you think about it,
Mhm.
that means
And
a
you
woman
say
could
women
take
don't take
accountability. Wait,
accountability.
hold on. Wait, let me tell you what you're taking accountability for first before you say that.
I don't care. Still
You're
taking
actually
accountability.
taking accountability for a man that goes out and cheats
Mm. I'm taking
because
accountability
you didn't
for,
fulfill certain things in the relationship that
well,
had him go out there and
maybe in one of the relationships, but in the last relationships, he was just a narcissist, and he wanted to do what he wanted to do
mhm,
in that relationship.
mhm,
No matter what I did, it
right.
wasn't enough. So let's make that very clear.
Mhm,
But no, a part of, if you want to be in a monogamous relationship and you don't want your man to go out and cheat, you have to satisfy him, okay? You have to.
Right.
Just like he needs to satisfy you, y'all have to complement each other. You have to
Right.
learn what that person likes. You have to learn what that person loves. You have to be in tune with that person. You know what I mean? And if
Mhm.
you're not in tune with that person, y'all need to get on the same page, like communicate or something, because it's never going to be right, ever. And he's going to tend to go out and cheat. That's it.
Mhm.
Point blank, period. Just like she going to tend to go out and cheat. But it is what it is. We're
It
going to have
is
to
what
get
it
into a
is.
part 3, okay?
Yeah, we're gonna
We're going
have
to have a
to.
part 3.
You know, I'm glad you said that. And yeah, we're definitely going to have a part 3 of this because there's some things that we didn't really get into.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I can say is it is a lot easier
Mm-hmm.
for a man not to cheat on his woman if she is keeping him completely satisfied and fulfilled at the household.
And I think that part 3, we're going to have to get into some of the things that is going to prevent somebody from cheating. There's not anything else that I wanted to ask you. I think I pretty much got out what I needed to get out. But I think I'm good.
All right. Well,
It was a great episode.
let me let you go ahead and say your closing statements, Miss Lakina Co.
But thanks for watching the episode and listening to the episode. I hope y'all got something out of it, that cheating is never acceptable unless you are in a different culture and that is, what you all do, however you do it. I'm not downplaying anybody. Cheating, think about it before you do it. Talk to your partner. Let them know how you feel. That way it won't even have to get that far. So we coming back with part 3. Make sure you stay tuned. You can reach me all platforms at Lakey Nicole, LAKEYNICHOLE.
All right, all right. And as far as I'm concerned, my peoples, once again, I do not condone cheating. I do believe that just keep it 100 with the person that you with from the very beginning to the very end. If you're in the middle of a relationship and something comes up and you feel like, you know what, I'm about to do this thing or this is going to happen. If you can, as a man, speak and talk to your woman before you do it, that would be keeping it 100 with her. You understand? I'm not saying that doing it is right or wrong, but at least you'll be doing right by her if you speak to her before you do it. And that's because she might be able to convince you not to, and this is if it's premeditated. Now, if you find yourself in a situation where it wasn't premeditated and you slip up for whatever reason, I would suggest telling your woman about it. I know it's hard. I know you're probably going to lose everything, but you will still be a man. You will still be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I did slip up, but I told her what I did. I have to face the consequences of my actions. Or there's the third option, which is being sneaky and deceitful, doing it, not saying it to her, and now you got to lie to her every single day you see her. Every time
What's
you
done
look
in
her,
the dark will come to light.
every time you look her in her face, every time you look yourself in that mirror, you know that you have been deceitful to the woman that you love. And until you let it be known, you are practically lying to her daily. Because in her mind and heart, you're faithful and loyal and you're not doing that. Okay? So that was for the men. I just wanted to speak to my fellas. Ladies, appreciate your man. Please. If you know he's not out there doing it, show him some form of appreciation. Okay?
Yeah,
because
stop
it
nagging
is
all the time. That's part of it. Don't
it
nag it,
it
man.
it is hard work. It is hard work, for us men to do that. And don't do what like Keisha do and interrupt the person when it's supposed to be their time,
I'm sorry.
on the screen, But don't do that because that's not appreciating or, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Like, sorry.
I'm fucking with you. I'm playing with you. But yeah, that's it. And you can reach me at Uni the God. That's UNIDAGOD on all social media platforms. Keisha, once again, this has been a very great episode. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment, share.
Subscribe, like, comment.
And and keep the comments coming. Say what's on your mind. For the trolls is out there.
Don't come for me.
Y'all keep trolling. I swear, y'all don't have nothing else to do with y'all life but to just go to different people's channels and just troll. Like,
how somebody called me bald-headed? Somebody called me bald-headed.
Somebody called her the devil because of her eyes.
The devil.
They called her the devil, y'all.
I'm the devil.
Like, okay, really? Like, whatever. Hey, that's an angel right there. Please believe it. And if you want to contact us directly, you can reach us at our email at talktometruthfully inquiries@gmail.com. For those of you that see it, you see it that's watching YouTube, you see it right there. For those listening, that's talktometruthfully inquiries@gmail.com. TALK, the number 2, METRUTHFULLY INQUIRIES @gmail.com. Inquiries. All right.
Uni's cute.
So, and that's what it is.
It's the smile for me.
Man, I mean, what is it for me? It's the eyes for me. It's the eyes. It's the nose. It's some cheekbones. It's the smile. It's the innocence, even though we know you're not. The innocent look. Go ahead.
Give us the innocent. Me an angel.
Give us the innocent.
That's my love.
Let me hear the heartbeat. Dun, dun. Do, 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 do. Whatever. You silly, man. You silly.
Until part 3.
Hey, y'all. It's been great. We love y'all. Please subscribe, like, comment.
Yes.
We coming back.
Share, baby.
You know what
share.
it is. We in the building.
Bye.
Peace out.